Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Nadia, and for my oldies but goodies, welcome back. As you can see by the title of my video, I'm going to be doing my $25 meal prep. Starting the video out, I'm cutting sweet potatoes up. Uh, I'll be cutting them in little squares, nothing fancy, just cutting them in fours pretty much. The sweet potatoes cost me $3.18. The prices I'll be quoting you today will not have the taxes on them. It's just the price before taxes. I used 4 sweet potatoes. I used plant-based butter, which I just showed you. I added vanilla flavor, and I did add a little brown sugar towards the end of the pot. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't enough to make them like candied yams, but it was enough to give them the flavor of candy yams. As you'll see in this video, I do not skip out on my seasonings. Even though I eat healthy, so to speak, or eat the way that I do, I still season my food. I mean, no one wants to eat bland food. If you're cooking your food with no flavor, even when you're meal prepping, let's be real, you're not going to keep eating it. A lot of people don't want to eat the same meals over and over. I don't have a problem with it. I eat the same thing pretty much 5-6 days a week for lunch and for dinner. I make it simple. I make it easy so that I can stick to it. And that's one thing that I do want to tell you guys. When you're starting your journey, don't be extreme. Do something that's sustainable. If you make it too complicated, you will eventually get tired of it and you'll give up. So make sure you do something that you can continue for years. Hence the reason I do these cheap and easy meal preps. I don't have to worry about I'm spending too much when I go to the grocery store every week. I buy something quick. I buy something simple. I eat a lot of green beans. I eat a lot of greens. Every now and then I eat asparagus. I do eat broccoli, even though, what they say about broccoli. But I do eat it. But I eat more green beans than anything. So I'm just going to be giving you guys some little tidbits in between the clips on these videos. As you can see, I put the other half of the butter on top of the potatoes. So the next thing I'll be doing is putting my rice in the water. The water has already been boiling. I'm using jasmine rice. This bag of jasmine rice was $2.62. I don't measure it when I put it in there. I just kind of eye the water and I eye the amount of rice that I pour in there. In the jasmine rice, I will be adding I'm sprinkling some salt in it, and I'll be adding light tasting olive oil. The salt gives the rice a little flavor, and the olive oil keeps it from sticking. So I'll put those in there, and I'm going to stir it up and mix it. So I'm going to stir that up to get get the salt and the olive oil mixed in there. And the next thing I'll be moving on to is I prepped everything before I started recording this video, guys, because I didn't want to have to do all of those little details on camera. So all the water and everything was already boiling and put into my pots. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is putting the greens in this pot. They're already cut up, washed, and everything like that. The greens that I use, this bag of greens was $4.34. And yes, I spilled them everywhere. They fell all around the pot. One thing about me that a lot of people do not know is I'm clumsy. So things happen. I spill stuff. I run into stuff. Whatever. But in my greens, well, this seasoning right here, I'm going to tell you, it's called the Diaz Complete Seasoning. This seasoning is so good. I literally use it in everything. except for my potatoes and stuff like that. But like foods that I'm cooking, if it's something I'm cooking for my family, frying, whatever, I use it on everything. Um, I poured some garlic powder in there with it also. I will be using hot sauce. I do cook my greens with hot sauce. It, it this is the Crystal brand, so it doesn't make it spicy, but it gives it a little kick, but it gives them so much flavor. Little trick if you guys didn't know. So there you go. I also put the plant-based butter in my greens. I love butter. I hate it to have to give up real butter, but it is what it is. This works. I put half of the stick in there, and I think I eventually ended up putting the other half in there too. But that's neither here nor there. Right. So stir my greens up. Like I said, most of the stuff was prepped, so those steps are skipped. Just making sure I'm mixing all my seasonings in there. Um, Also, guys, while that stuff is doing what it's doing, I'm just gonna say something like doing this YouTube stuff is not easy. I gotta give it to the girls that record all the time and post videos, especially the ones that's posting videos consistently, which I plan on doing, or posting multiple videos a week because this video has kicked my butt. But what I just showed you in the video was the Beyond Burger plant-based burger patties. I got these from Sam's. When I got them, they were $2 off this time. I think they're normally more, but I paid $14.34. No, I'm sorry, I paid $14.98 for the patties. Um, they're pretty big size, like as far as thickness and width. They taste really good on the grill. If you want to try them and grill them, and as you can see in here, I'm grounding them up like ground beef or ground turkey. They taste so good. I know I don't like fake meats. I try not to label myself as vegan or anything like that. I don't eat meat. I don't eat dairy products or drink dairy products. But so I don't like the fake vegan meat, quote unquote. But these patties, like I said, they're just like ground beef. The texture of them is like real meat. If someone cooked with them, you wouldn't know the difference unless they told you. So for those of you that want like meat replacements and you can't eat certain things because you can't find a good meat replacement, then this is it. I'm telling you, they're delicious. Um, in those, I put the same seasoning, the Badia seasoning, the garlic powder, the Lowry's. I put all of those in there also. And this is what the meat looks like up close after you've cooked it. Like I said, it looks just like ground beef. And it's really good. They did really well. So my potatoes are pretty much done. I'm just going to leave them cooking just for a few more minutes. I don't want them to be mushy, just soft enough for me. My greens are still cooking. One thing they have a little while to go. One thing I am very particular about greens. I don't really eat other people's greens because the texture is not like how I like them. Sometimes they're too crunchy, sometimes they're mushy, they're too soft, and I absolutely hate the strong green flavor that's in greens that people don't get rid of. You can get rid of that strong green vegetable taste, but a lot of people don't get rid of it. So I cook my own greens so I can eat my own greens because I know I like the flavor in mine because I can get rid of that green taste. And then the mixing of my seasonings, I don't know, it just tastes really good. Anybody that has eaten my greens, they know. But everything is almost done. My meat is, well, this Beyond Meat is pretty much done. And this is what my prep looks like at the end. It's a lot of food in these when you look at them from the angle I was seeing them from, but it tastes really good. Everything has flavor in it.